Welcome to Wonderland Stories. Get ready for a magical journey with Princess Thumbelina, a tiny girl with a big heart. Stay till the end for an enchanting lesson. Once upon a time, in a kingdom hidden beneath the petals of wildflowers, there lived a tiny girl named Thumbelina. Unlike any other child, she was no taller than a thumb, with shimmering golden hair and delicate wings that had yet to unfold. She lived in a tulip palace, cared for by a kind-hearted fairy who found her sleeping inside a flower one spring morning. Thumbelina had a heart full of dreams, and though she was small, she wished to explore the vast wonders of the world. One day, as she sat on a lily pad by the crystal-clear river, a sudden gust of wind sent her drifting downstream. She gasped in surprise as the water carried her away, past towering trees and singing birds. She clutched the lily pad tightly, her tiny heart pounding with both fear and excitement. As she struggled to steady herself, a group of dragonflies spotted her and swooped down. "Hold on, little one," they chirped, lifting the lily pad with their tiny claws. They carried her to a hidden meadow where creatures of all sizes lived in harmony. Here, she met Ember, a wise old butterfly with golden dust on his wings, who told her of a prophecy. The tiny princess who learns to spread her wings shall bring peace to the forest. But before Thumbelina could ask more, a greedy mole named Mok, who detested light and beauty, overheard the prophecy. If she never learns to fly, the kingdom will remain in darkness, he muttered. Determined to stop her, Mok tricked her into entering his underground tunnels. The deeper she went, the darker it became, and soon she found herself lost in a labyrinth of roots and shadows. Strange whispers filled the tunnels, and glowing fungi cast airy lights on the walls. Just when Thumbelina began to lose hope, a tiny glow appeared, a firefly named Lumo. "Follow me," he said. With his light guiding the way, she found a hidden chamber where a radiant blue gem lay buried. "This is the heart of Lumora," Lumo explained. "Its magic can help you find your true self." As Thumbelina touched the gem, a warm glow surrounded her, and she felt something stir behind her shoulders. With a gentle rustle, her wings finally unfolded, shimmering with iridescent colors. She felt lighter than air. As she flapped them, she lifted off the ground for the very first time, feeling the wind rush past her cheeks. Bursting through the tunnels, Thumbelina soared into the sky, her heart pounding with joy. She flew over the meadow, where Ember and the other creatures cheered. Mork, realizing he could not keep her trapped in darkness, scurried away into the shadows, never to be seen again. With her newfound wings, Thumbelina traveled far and wide, spreading light and kindness wherever she went. She visited the whispering willows, where trees hummed melodies of old, and danced with the fireflies in the moonlight. She learned to speak the language of the wind and befriended the stars that blinked in admiration of her courage. One day, she met a colony of hummingbirds whose garden was wilting due to a lack of sunlight. The towering trees had grown too thick, blocking the light from reaching the flowers. The hummingbirds, though swift and graceful, were too small to move the heavy branches. Thumbelina, with her shimmering wings, devised a plan. She gathered an army of butterflies, dragonflies, and even the fireflies who once guided her, and together they fluttered against the branches, shaking the leaves loose. Sunlight streamed through the gaps, breathing life back into the garden. The flowers bloomed vibrantly once more, and the hummingbirds sang a song of gratitude. Encouraged by her growing courage, Thumbelina continued her journey, venturing beyond the meadow into the enchanted glade. There, she met a lonely nightingale named Silva, who had lost her voice due to sorrow. The once joyous singer had been trapped in a silver cage by a jealous raven who wished to silence the beauty of her songs. Thumbelina, understanding the pain of being confined, devised a clever plan. She lured the raven away with a melody of her own, her voice as light as the breeze. As the raven followed, entranced, Silva's cage was unlocked by the wind itself. Free at last, Silva's song returned, filling the air with the most beautiful melody the glade had ever heard. As her adventures continued, Thumbelina realized her purpose was not only to fly but to bring joy and light wherever she went. She helped a lost squirrel find its family, guided the moon moths back to their home, and even convinced a grumpy old toad to share his pond with the creatures of the forest. Each act of kindness wove her name into the fabric of the land, making her a legend among the creatures who once thought her too small to matter. One fateful evening, as she sat atop a dandelion buff, watching the stars shimmer in the sky, the fairy who had once cared for her appeared in a cascade of golden light. Thumbelina, you have proven that strength is not measured by size but by the light within. You are no longer just a girl lost in the world, you are the princess of the skies. With a gentle touch, the fairy bestowed upon Thumbelina a crown woven from silver threads of moonlight. From that moment on, she was known as the guardian of the wildflowers, protector of those who needed hope. Her kingdom flourished, her kindness spreading like the petals of spring, touching the hearts of all who crossed her path. And so, Princess Thumbelina discovered that even the smallest among us can shine the brightest. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like and subscribe to Wonderland Stories for more magical adventures. See you in the next story.